Yo, shoot this.
Alright, y'all. Another episode of Deep Talk. You already know how we do. Tell the folks who we got in front of the lens today, man.
I mean, it depends on, like, you know, who talking to me, man. Some people might call me Buddha. Some people might call me Ak. I might be AKEE. My stage name, AKEE FONTANE, though. You know, I'm the champion of Delaware. I'm from West Side, Wilmington.
So for the folks that don't know, that don't know you, let them know what you get into. What you do.
Yeah, so like I said, AKEE FONTANE is my stage name. I'm a recording artist. From the city of Delaware, from state of Delaware, city of Wilmington. And, I'm one of the people that's carrying the flag for this joint.
Carrying the flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's a heavy statement,
Definitely.
How long you been doing music for?
I mean, for real, I've been doing music my whole life, man. I started rapping when I was 5. My brother helped me construct my first rap. And after that, it was like a little 4-bar rhyme, just something easy so I could remember it. But I fell in love with it after that. It's been like a marriage we got.
Shit, it's crazy. That's how when I used to rap back in the day, that's how I started.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, messing around with it, he put me on with it. I just,
Passed it down.
Yeah, so I respect it. I understand that 100%. So, you said you're carrying a flag, man. Like, what make you say that? That's a heavy statement.
I mean, when I say I'm carrying a flag, I don't get into the, how would you say it, the frivolous shit, like the Instagram, the Facebook, social media. When I say carrying the flag, I mean, like, I'm really, like, passionate about this thing. Like, I put blood, sweat, tears into this thing. I understand that it's a marathon. I'm in it for the long haul, like, and it's documented, like, for years and years and years, you have seen me be consistent with this thing, like, I'm not in it for the likes and the views and the comments. I'm in it for like, when I say carrying the flag, like, I'm willing to go anywhere in the United States of America. And I'm going to tell you, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. I'm the champion of Delaware. I don't care if they don't know where it's at. If you don't know, I'll give you the geography, break it down for you. But like, I'm carrying the flag. And like I said, it's documented. I mean, you can go back and see from, the last decade, how I've been carrying this flag, and
so it's safe to say you've been around since, the Shiz Nitty era.
Definitely.
Swish Matty era.
Definitely.
The beginning of the Genos era.
Definitely. I was a pup. I was a baby. I was around, but I always been able to compete. Shit, with the best of them. Shit, from age 12 to now.
Right. Okay, I mean, you stayed afloat and you still relevant and you still here, so you doing something, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And then as far as even that, like, relevancy, like, I look at it like I said, shout out to everybody and anybody that's doing something productive from the city. I support them. I don't know what the narrative is, but you hearing it out the horse's mouth. Like, if you're doing something productive, if it's solid, I'm supporting it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as far as competing and all that, I ain't really in competition with anybody. I'm only as good as my last one. You feel me? I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. I'm like wine. I get better with time. I ain't,
So, when we first interacted, when I first met you, kind of like tense conversation, you was basically saying like certain people I should have on this platform, being though it's a Delaware-based platform and it's, fair to say that it's growing.
Definitely.
And you felt like it's certain people that I didn't have on my platform, you included, that should have been on there.
Yeah.
And you felt like it was people that was on my platform that wasn't really, relevant. Like it wasn't really, they not really.
I'll say it like this. Like I said, like whoever was on the platform, or if they got motion and I'm not, hip to it, then maybe I need to get hip to it. But the basis of what I was really saying was like, I feel like you gotta, whether you believe it or not, you done shifted your energy into a real important role in this culture and this thing we got going. And I feel like, like you gotta a strong, like a responsibility kind of to give them the narrative, to give, like, you know, whatever narrative, whatever perception you give, that's what they're going to think is the truth.
Right.
And all I'm saying is, like, I know it's some people out here that, you know, been scratching and trying to get, you know, to the same place I'm trying to get. And I'm just saying, like, you know, I feel like you a journalist.
They should have been, they should have been on. Basically, you said I should have put more effort in doing homework and getting to them people that was really putting the grind in for it, instead of just, you know, only scratching the surface and not really.
And no slight at you, bro. I'm just saying, like, I feel like you have a very important role. That's why I said my approach might have been wrong, but I feel like, you know, we long overdue, bro. Delaware, we long. It been our time. It been our time. We done had more than enough people from the state, the city, whatever you want to call it, that, you know, could take it to the next level. But we as a collective, I feel.
All right. So let me ask you this: how you feel about people working together out here in Delaware? Do you feel like it's happening now, or you feel like it's still not really happening? People still not really trying to work together out here, or do you feel like people are working together? Just period.
I feel like everybody, how you say, it's damn near like, and I'm just being totally honest, like,
Selected.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's selective. It's clicked up. It's
So you think it's clicked up?
Most definitely.
That was going to be
Most
my next
definitely.
question. I should have asked you that first.
Whether if it's, you know, on purpose, you know, on accident, but yeah, everybody definitely, you know, in their own little bubble.
Joint. Yeah. I understand that. I definitely understand that to 100%.
And I want to say this too, like, you know, I lived in other places. You know, I lived in Atlanta, you know, for long periods of the time. I was living in Miami, Florida, you know, for a long period of time. I see how other, you know, environments, other demographics, you know, like work together and instead of against each other, I should say. And I feel like, you know,
it's more of a working against each other here.
Yeah, definitely. It's so small here, I believe that, you know, that's why everybody got that stigma of, you know, I'm the best, I'm the hottest, I'm the this, I'm that. I get it. You know, like I just said, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So when you finally feel like you got somewhere or you got something going on, I feel like people don't want to share it. You know, it's just that, you know. Yeah, I can relate, but I also understand, you know, the older I'm getting, the more mature I'm getting. It's power in numbers. We better off working together.
It's definitely a small state, and it's definitely more of a competition state because it's so small. You gotta understand, entertainment, rap, the music in itself is a competition, for real. Friendly competition, it's a sport.
Yeah.
That being as though the state is so small, everybody want to be the first to do something. The first want to be known, the first want to make it out. So everybody trying to scratch that surface. That's my opinion. So
I agree.
So I definitely understand that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I think everybody should. I think if we work as one, everybody work together. Shit, motherfuckers put together a nice Delaware album, a mixture of everybody on there, bro, from up top to downstate.
It'll fix a lot of our problems.
That'd be crazy right there. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know? So, how you feel about gatekeeping?
When you say gatekeeping, just so we all, you know, it's like what
gatekeeping exactly? Withholding information that could potentially help the next person. This person that's trying to do what you do, music, and maybe you might know something to get into a certain door or to do something pertaining to a person's career to help them, but you just don't want to get that knowledge.
Are you asking me, do I feel like that?
Do you feel like that's happening out here? Do you feel like people gatekeep in the music industry?
Definitely. Yeah, I believe, 100%.
Is it a lot?
I've experienced it.
Or you think it's like, I mean, I ain't telling you to get no names or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, is it a lot? Do you see it a lot, or is it like minute?
I would say it's more often that, you know, you probably would run into a gatekeeper than somebody who's willing to give you an opportunity.
Yeah,
I would say, I could say that. It's dog eat dog. You know, this is a shark, you know, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
You just gotta know that when you know, I know the game I'm playing, so I understand. You know, I'm gonna take really too much of this business stuff, music stuff, personal. I'm passionate about it, so it may seem like, it might come off like I take it personal, but like I understand it well, so, you know.
It's supposed to be like that when it's your craft, you know?
Yeah.
Well, let's get more into Fontaine, man.
Yeah.
How you get that name, bro? AKEE Fontaine, how you get that name?
All right, so like I said, my name is AKEE, my real name, you know. So as a child, you know, it got cut short to A. But then AKEE, I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah.
But Fontaine, that came like around, like, I would say like high school, like when I, you know, started having, what would I say, a stable of dimes, trying to be like, say nah, all jokes aside, but just following in my big brother's footsteps and just watching him move. And jokingly, he would call me like Ricky Fontaine, Bobby Fontaine, AKEE Fontaine, but it always had the Fontaine on the end of it just because of my personality, my character. And it started off as a joke. But you know, I'm like, yo, I got a ring to it. And I started saying it on songs. But if you know Martin, the episode with the Fontaines, Ricky Fontaine, and what was his brother name? Was it Bobby Fontaine?
I think it was Bobby.
Yeah, but the Fontaines though. Yeah, that's where it come from. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn Fontaines.
All right, so what part of Delaware exactly are you from?
I'm from West Side. I'm West Side baby, yeah. 9th and Madison, 9th and Maddie, all the way to the hilltop. You know what I mean? My mom lived on 9th and Maddie, but I lived on the hill on Scott Street, you know, so I was back and forth. Throughout the summer, I'm on, you know, down bottom. School year, I'm on the hill. On the weekends, I'm down bottom. You know.
You see a big difference from when you was growing up to now?
Yeah, like, definitely. It's violence. It's like, I ain't bragging. I'm not saying this is cool, but like, I'm 5 years old. I was outside, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, am I lying? I'm not saying it's cool, but you know, my mom was, you know my mom. So like, yeah, I was outside. Bro coming home, hey, what are you doing out here? We just kicking it, but
you know, back in the day, that was back
normal.
In the day, we didn't really have social media like that. So you know, everybody was on a hot day.
You outside.
In the city,
you outside.
Everybody is outside. If you ain't outside, then
facts.
You on punishment. You just gotta speak out later on.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. You feel me? You know that.
Facts though,
bring
bro.
back them days.
No
boy.
word, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
Man, what? I wouldn't dare let my boys, I got 2 boys, I'm not letting them, 3 in the morning? What? Not today. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So West Side, man. West Side of Wilmington, man.
Yes, sir.
So how is it like growing up out here as far as like, you know, we got this whole stigma going on with upstate and downstate.
Yeah.
Being so different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's so different. We all the same. Delaware is so fucking small. How you feel like, how was it, like how you, like growing up, was it like that for you out here? Like downstate, you ain't really mingle with downstate?
I'm gonna be honest, we really didn't, but my little brother, I got a baby brother. Mm-hmm. He from downstate, he lived downstate. Okay. So just, you know, that would have us, you know, going to pick him up, traveling, stuff like that. I would frequent downstate more, I would say, than the average person from Wilmington.
Okay.
But nah, we definitely don't, you know, I don't understand that. I don't, slower, lower, I know.
Yeah, people say that
disrespect. A lot. I'm just saying, you know, that's like some of the stuff they say about them. But I don't know if it's the trip. Maybe it's just, you know, we barely leave the city though. Like people barely leave the city, bro. Some people never leave Wilmington, bro.
Yeah, there's some people that never leave the city. It's crazy because I ain't never really been downstate.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to move further downstate to mingle, interact more, see what's going on.
And
you feel me? But yeah.
And because of me doing the music, my little brother do the music. And you know, I ask questions. It's people down there the same way we got a wave up here, they got a little wave down there. And you know, they definitely doing music down there. It's definitely popping down there. They got their own little wave of music. So yeah, I don't understand why we don't, you know. Okay. I was trying to make the connection. I told him he need to get out more and network more, but yeah, I don't know, bro. That was a good question.
So you, are you with a label right now currently, or are you independent?
No, I'm independent, man. Everything I do, you know, creatively, my mind, or, you know, my team, my brother. You know, like I said, we got the studio here. You know, we record everything ourselves.
YK TV.
Yeah, you know.
So that's not like a label?
How would you say? YK TV is like, I mean, first and foremost, we a family. First and foremost,
okay.
But I mean, we would like to be. We would like to be. I would just say not at the time. Nah. If anything, we like I told bro, you need to get a production company for real, for real. But yeah, we would like to be.
Oh, I'd like to be.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's a business. It's definitely a business, you know. But just as far as it being a label, I wouldn't say we like to be.
How you feel about labels? Are you open to signing with a label, or you want to just do your career independent? And you know, do you feel like it's more potential staying independent? Because you know times change.
I believe it's probably more lucrative being independent, but you never know. Like, depending on the situation, you know, like I would never say never, especially in this business. Like, you know, depending on the situation, I ain't turning down nothing.
Is it a certain amount? If a label came to you right now with a certain amount, do it got to be over a certain?
I wouldn't just say just the money though. It's not.
Okay.
I believe it's going to be, you know, contractual stuff, like, you know, creative control,
residuals,
master stuff like that.
Stuff, yeah.
You know, and even when it comes to, I hate to double back, but like as far as like social media, Instagram, Facebook, and just popularity and shit like that, like that ain't really my biggest, you know, like I said, bro, I'm really passionate about this thing. Like, I'm trying to make music that you could play, you know, 50 years from now, 25 years from now, timeless music. Like, I really plan on being, you know, around for, you know, some time, bro. Like, word, like, I know what I got. I got something different. I got something special. Yeah, I'm planning for the long haul.
So what you got going on right now? You got any albums out right now?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. So March 5th, this year, 2025, my mom passed away. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. It like, bro, you know, threw me off a little bit, shook me up a little bit. My intent was to come into 2025 and, you know, drop a new project. I understand, like, the attention span today of the listener ain't really like it used to be. So I was thinking more so like an EP, like, you know, shorter projects. But I like to, if you tuned in to AKEE FONTANE, you know, I'm gonna give you a video, you're gonna get a visual. So I feel like I want to give them a video to every song on the project. Kind of like a mini movie, make every, you know, coincide, I don't know, something. Yeah. But yeah, I'm shaking back though. I'm shaking back. And yeah, I'm on tour right now. It's called the Re-Up Tour. Headlining on tour.
Okay. Who in that tour film? If you can.
Honestly, I really don't know any other artists personally. Okay. They all got their own, you know, motion. Follow DJ Chaotic. I think it's I am DJ Chaotic on Instagram. You know, for more information. That's how y'all can get tapped in with the artist or whatever. But yeah,
DJ Chaotic.
Yeah, shout out DJ Chaotic. Yeah, the Re-Up Tour. We gonna be, you know, down the East Coast all summer. You know, all the way. We gonna hit all the way down south. Yeah, I got lost.
You have been dropping those videos like crazy, man.
Hey, bro, I got so much content. I got content that, like, people, I could just tell by the numbers, like, they really unaware of it. Like, they probably don't even know it exists. But I plan to, like I said, you know, take care of all that. It was a lot of things a lot of money, a lot of just stuff I was leaving on the table that I already know that I need to take care of. Like little stuff, like being from Delaware, Wilmington. You know, Google Ads, that's something we should all take advantage of. Just invest in yourself more, just being smart, you know.
Just being smart,
but
most definitely.
I'm definitely, you know, in the future, you know, you're gonna see a lot more smarter moves from me.
So if somebody wanted to, you know, book you or, you know, get a feature, what's the process?
Pretty much, you could either DM me, you know, DM Keon. Other than that, you know, just hit me. Just come with that bread. Be deposit ready, you know.
Is it a set price or is person based or?
I got set prices, but I'm the type, like I said, I keep saying I'm passionate about this thing. So like, depending on, you might have a song, I like the song, I might not charge you nothing, or I might just like you as an artist. You might get a discount. It all depends. I tell people all the time, I work with your budget. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to, feed mine.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like if you that's your craft and you care about your craft.
Yeah.
You pay what you feel as though you worth.
Definitely.
And somebody feels the same way about it, then
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's plenty of other artists and plenty of other people you can go to, but
Facts.
People gotta respect your work first.
Facts. And to just double down on that, like I feel like my body of work, my catalog, like it's extensive. It's crazy. Like,
so who have you worked with out here? Name some names you worked with since you've been doing music.
I got songs with Young Dro. I don't know if y'all heard of Young Dro. T.I. Artis. Runway Richie, he an artist out of Atlanta. I got a song with the Baby. Trying to think, who else I got that y'all would know? Yeah, TK Kravitz.
Okay.
Yeah, artists like that.
Got nice catalog too.
Definitely, bro.
It's crazy because I wasn't even asking you for artists outside of Delaware, but you definitely did your one on that one, bro. I appreciate that. So what artists out of Delaware have you worked with?
Pretty much, I won't say everybody, but like I said, I've been doing this thing since a kid, bro. So I work with a lot of people. I got songs with people I forgot. I just seen on my memories today. I forgot I was in the me and Shiz got a song.
Shit, shout out Shiz. OG.
Yeah, I don't think me and Don's ever did anything. But man, I've been around, bro. I've been in all like I was around, bro. I was that kid that got to be in them rooms that niggas would have wanted to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anybody out here now that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with that you might want to, this might be an opportunity if they watching to reach out? Any new artists?
Everybody, for real. Like I said in the beginning, man, if you got some motion or even you don't got motion, you just, passionate about this music thing, don't ever think, you can't hit me or DM me. I'm not on no Hollywood shit. I ain't made it yet. I'm no different from nobody. If you want to work and you serious about working, just reach out to me. I'm not gonna lie. I might, you might get hit with a fee, but, you should be willing to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's tough.
I would. If I had the opportunity to work with AKEE FONTANE, I would. Humbly.
All right, let me ask you this. We all over the place,
Come on, let's go. Time.
So, do you feel like anybody made it out of Delaware?
Nah, I don't believe. I mean, but no. Let me double down on that. What do we consider making it? Like, what's making it? I guess.
All right, what's your definition of making it? When you see making it, what do you see?
In my mind, making it. What's making it?
Wireless consistency. You can see it.
I mean, yeah, that and just, yeah, I guess that's all the same thing. Just consistently, yeah, on that world stage, like, because I tell people all the time, like, I just want to be heard. Like, yeah, I want to get paid, but I'm in it, for the craft, for the love of this music thing. So yeah, like bro just said, to double down on what he said. Consistently on a major scale. Like, yeah.
I feel like this is this is opinion. This is hard. Yeah. I feel like, all right, before I even get to that, do you feel like anybody made it out of Delaware?
Nah, I mean, I don't believe so. Now, as far as if we talking about artists,
as far as music, Because it's been actors
People
that's made it out of Delaware.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
As far as music-wise, artists, has anybody made it that you could think of?
I can't say so. I can't think of nobody.
Okay.
I keep.
Okay.
Nobody.
So my opinion of making it is having somebody like that's in the major business, that's a major artist, coming to contact you, coming to you for work, and paying you, like hitting you like, yo, I need you on this album. That could be. How much is it to get on this album? You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
When you got somebody like Thug or Wayne or Dirk, if he was home, or you know somebody coming at you like, yo, I'm trying to get you on this track on my album. I'm gonna pay you. I feel like, okay.
Yeah, you made it.
You made it. When we got other people from other states that's big like that, that's known, and that's trying to get us on like that, that's what I feel. That's my opinion, though.
I just thought about it too, just you saying that. Rest in peace, Fat G's. I got a song with Fat G's too.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Fat G's.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The catalog is extensive. I'll be sitting here trying to wrap my mind around this joint. But yeah.
I see. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what it's about. That catalog, do as much work as you can, you know.
Yep.
I think we learned that from Pop.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
One of my favorites. Word.
Even Wayne, if you want to go back.
Wayne.
You know what I mean? Go a little closer to our generation. Wayne. You know what I mean?
That body of work. You're right.
It's all about staying consistent. All right, so let me ask you this. I want to see how you feel about this, right? Motion and talent.
Yeah.
Which one is more important, and which one would you rather have?
I believe this is. I mean, I'm always going for like talent. You know, it's always gonna beat motion. It always, you know, like motion might be the rabbit, you know, but you know, that talent, the turtle, if that makes sense. Like,
that makes sense.
So like, yeah, like you know, that's why I was saying earlier, you might get the likes and views and all that cute shit on the gram, the comments, and you know, but when it, like I said, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for the marathon. And you know, that talent always, you know, it just outlives everything.
It do, cause you know the motion can be temporary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, motion can be temporary, but with that talent, the talent could cause that motion to come back. You feel me?
I'm living proof of that. Like, you know, I signed an independent deal in 2014 or 2015. Did house arrest, came back, signed another one, 2018, 2019. I'm just saying I had, you know, posters everywhere. Had a van with my face on it. You couldn't go nowhere without seeing it. You know, I'm doing shows like, I'm just saying, like, I understand what it feels like to have the motion and be the, you know, the guy or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, but like I said, I also learned a lot during that process too. So like, you know,
growth.
Yeah, it's like only the strong survive. Game based on sympathy.
How you feel about R&B out here? You think it's here? Or you think we need more of it?
We need more of it. We definitely need more of it. We need more of it. Yeah, and you know, the more mature I get, I think R&B is taken for granted. You know? Yeah, we definitely need more of it. More, you know. Nobody want to be tough all day. God damn, all day. You know?
Did you say you make enough music for the ladies, or you think you more of like a gritty, hardcore?
Do I make music? I don't put out enough music for the ladies.
Okay.
Do I make enough? I probably make enough. I don't put out as much music as I should. But my brother, believe it or not, he been getting on me about that too. Like, you know, he be telling me like, for real, he want me to focus there for like, you know, and just see what I get out of it.
See what you do, yeah.
I don't know. I like to record based off emotion. You know, how I'm feeling at the time is probably what you gonna get. So like, you know, I can't help it. I'm always recording, and you know, usually how I'm feeling at the time is what type of music I make.
Just, do you follow platforms? Are you like having on platforms? Local, like Delaware based platforms?
I try to be, yeah. I try to be. Like you would just put me on to, yeah, I try to be. Yeah. Local and big platforms.
How many interviews have you done? It's your first interview?
No, I done several. Like I got content on YouTube. I done Shade 45.
Okay, shout Shade.
I mean,
yeah, I was just seeing if you was on any other platforms in Delaware.
Nah, this is
as far as interviews. This
is the first. I believe I want to say this is the first Delaware platform that I've been on. Now I want to do, you know, other Delaware platforms. I see them, you know. I've been in conversation. We supposed to lock in, but we the first one, I believe, to make it happen.
Yeah, definitely made it happen, man. I appreciate you coming on the platform.
Bro, I appreciate you. You could have. Our first interaction, bro, you could have been like, man, I ain't fucking with that nigga, man. That nigga tripping. You feel me?
Nah, I don't operate like that. You feel me? And it's just like, man, listen. Man, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? And I understand about being passionate about your craft and your art.
And I done told you off camera, like, bro, what I see, how I view you, yeah, if my approach was wrong, nigga, shit, I apologize. Cause shit, how I see you.
Right.
Bro, you got something, man.
And I appreciate that, bro.
You got something big, man.
And we try to keep this thing growing, man. Like, you know, my motto is make them come to us, man. We all always got to rush and try to go to people, go to other platforms, and go to other things out of state.
Yeah.
We could build it here.
Yeah.
We could build something to make them want to come here. Make them want to come, like, yo, I'm hearing about that. I'm about to go out there. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that's the goal.
Nah, we got that.
That's where we trying to get to.
Nah, facts.
But again, man, I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully we'll get you back on, man. So anybody wanted to book you or whatever, what's the tag?
Yeah.
Or what's the
Instagram? I am Fontaine on Instagram. If y'all do use Facebook, AKEE Fontaine, pretty much though, AKEE Fontaine on everything. You know, hit me directly, or like I said, you can hit Keon. His name Keon on IG, and you know you can DM him as well. But either way, we gonna get back to you immediately. Just be ready to, you know, invest in yourself. That's all. And I'm gonna turn it up, whatever it is, a show, interview, bar mitzvah. You know what I'm saying? Birthday party. Yeah, quinceañera. I'm gonna do it better, man. Get with the kid.
That's all it is, man. Hopefully we get you back on, man.
Nah, we locked in, bro. We family now. Whatever you got going on, I'm supporting it, and that's just what it is. Word. If they ain't fucking with K Lens, they ain't fucking with AKEE Fontaine. Straight like that.